Diversity may bring people to the table, but inclusion gives them the opportunity to contribute and shape decisions. Building organizations where people can thrive requires more than good policies. It requires CEOs and HR leaders who embrace diversity, promote inclusion, and invest in professional people management. Those were the key messages at the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria's 2026 CEO CHRO HRD Forum in Lagos.
It is because diversity is not merely about representation, it is about perspective. Innovation happens where different experiences collide. Progress, as a matter of fact, begins where different ideas meet. Great organizations are built when different voices are allowed to speak around the same table. Innovation without diversity simply becomes repetition. Diversity, on the other hand, without inclusion, is a decoration.
But government policy alone cannot carry this work. Diversity and inclusion will not be won by conference resolutions. They will be won in the everyday decisions the organizations make. Who sits on the interview panel? Who gets sponsored for capacity building? Who gets promoted? And whose voice shapes the next strategy?
From the private sector to the public service, speakers shared practical experiences on why inclusive leadership has become essential for stronger organizations, better decision-making, and sustainable growth. They stressed that creating workplaces where employees feel heard, respected, and empowered is just as important as bringing diverse talent into an organization.
Our strategy is based on the belief that diverse teams perform best when everyone feels valued, respected, and included.
From representation to inclusion, from compliance to making it an organizational culture, from presence, not just being there, but to belonging, and from filling a quota to unlocking a contribution. And lastly, reflecting the nation into harnessing its full talent. And so where in all of this do we play?
The forum also featured a panel session where business and HR leaders exchanged ideas on strengthening inclusive leadership, advancing professional HR practice, and building workplace cultures that support both people and organizational performance.
From the CEO's perspective, of the HR lens, it is important that organizations and the leadership should first embrace this as a strategy, as a business strategy. The moment that it's being embraced as a business strategy, then the rest is going to be history within an organization.
And so we should continue to encourage the HR professionals to follow the tenets of the profession. When it comes to selection, when it comes to nominations, when it comes to promotions, all of these are set in their ways against the public service rules. And you cannot change them.
For CIPM, the forum was an opportunity to reinforce the importance of inclusive leadership, professional HR practice, and preparing organizations for the future of work.
Diversity and inclusion has been around and in the HR space and across organizations for years. So what we're just doing today is actually reinforcing the knowledge and encouraging all our practitioners, our MDs, our CEOs to actually take the subject of diversity and inclusion and equality very seriously and to the next level in their various organizations.
Participants described the forum as timely and insightful, saying the conversations offered practical ideas they can apply in their organization.
At this time of work, when the workplace is ever evolving, we really cannot remove diversity and inclusion from productivity of the organization in general. Now we heard today that diversity and inclusion now goes beyond just gender inclusion. and we're even looking at different generations in the workplace, looking at the baby boomers, inclusive of the Generation Xers, the Gen Zs, and now the Gen Alphas that are entering into the work environment. And we have the millennials as well. So we need to intentionally find different strategies and different ways to include all generations, to make them seen, to make them heard. We need to give them that opportunity to also voice out their own intentions and their own strategies in the workplace.
The forum closed with a shared call for organizations to move beyond policy and make inclusion part of everyday leadership, and that starts with leaders who value people, embrace diverse perspectives, and build workplaces where everyone can contribute. Miriam Aligbe for the HR Anchor.